on the topic of wheels, Long Beaches. The fuck is the story with them?
Yeah, they were massive while ago.
I don't understand it. A fucking OEM Volkswagen wheel.
Yeah.
Just a quick disclaimer before we start. Any stories or opinions shared in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only. Nothing discussed should be taken as advice or encouragement to replicate anything we talk about. Right, let's get into it.
Hello and welcome to the very 7th episode of the Redline Republic podcast. My name is Badger.
I'm Dan.
And yeah, so we are after making it to episode 7.
Episode 7. That's only 2 months. Imagine that.
Jesus, it actually is. Do you know, that's wild. Do you know, we're getting more and more comfortable though as the weeks go on.
Yeah. We go into our weekly weather segment. It rained again today.
But it didn't rain all day. Well, the sun came out for a bit in Ballybackwards. Ballybay, I mean. But yeah, it's no Longford, but it's close. It's close. Dan was working in Ballybay today. What was the crack in Ballybay, Dan?
Not much. A lot of tea we drank in Ballybay, though.
Yeah, Ballybay for drinking tea. Right, so we jump into some questions from during the week. Again, lads, just while Dan is bringing up the questions and comments and that, if you're watching this episode, first and foremost, you should be following the account on... Sorry, indigestion. You should be following the account on Spotify and YouTube and all the socials. Facebook, on Facebook.
No.
What am I talking about? TikTok and Instagram, Spotify and YouTube. Go and follow, right? And also, if there's a topic that you would like covered in the podcast, drop a comment, let us know, because we have no problem. We actually enjoy comments.
Yeah.
We say this every week.
We like topics as well, because if it's something you want to talk about, we could be listing topics out that nobody wants to hear.
Exactly, yeah. There's us chatting about more shit this week that you don't want to hear about, like.
And it's your own fault, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough
You got
luck.
nobody to blame but yourself. Anyway, where are we off to?
We got one in from VV Vellens.
Oh, yeah.
I think. This actually came in from episode 5, so this came in after we recorded last week's episode.
Aha.
And he was saying we must have been talking about shit coilovers. I was probably complaining about something.
Yeah, we probably were, yeah.
He said Raceland Primos on a 2017 Jet aren't a bad ride at all. They're not the worst ride, like, but you can get better.
I'm going to sound very silly now, right? But see, what did you say? Raceland Primos?
Yeah.
Are they the same as just Racelands? Is that what people would call Racelands?
I have no idea.
Because I've heard of Racelands. I've never heard of Raceland Primos.
Yeah, I honestly can't comment at all on them because I've never owned a set.
And again, I'm not the person to be asking about coilovers because I'm the exact person that couldn't tell the difference between one coilover and another. And Dan hates me for that.
We must... sometime during the summer now, we must do a YouTube feature or something.
Yeah, we get followers in or viewers in with different types of coilovers and bring me for a spin in each of the cars.
Yeah.
Don't be taking advantage of me now when you get me out on the spin, though.
But yeah, I can't comment much on Racelands. I can only comment on... Did I have Joms? I've been in cars with Joms for sure. I've had TA Technics in cars, and I can comment on Silvers. And I can say that Silvers are a much better coilover than...
Yeah, but you're going to say that anyway because it costs you paid your bollocks for them.
I'm just making myself feel better.
Yeah.
They're great.
There's no... Dan, just listen. You're after getting your €1,000 worth out of them now. Just admit it. There's zero difference between any of the coilovers. Yes, you've got a lifetime warranty on them, but they drive the exact same.
I don't know about
Just
that.
fucking admit it, Dan. He's going to admit it some point. He will admit it sometime.
We got another one in from David O'Connor from the same episode 5. He said, say what you want about Vemans, but in my experience, their sturdy enough wheel had 3 or 4 different sets over the last few years, and they seem to take some battering without cracking, unless you do the dog on them all together. Completely get what you say about everything the same ones, but they are very easy wheel to get. Wheel that most alloy places seem to keep in stock. I do think it's the same with the coilovers. I can't comment on the structural integrity of Vemans.
Here we are again, off to a good start. But
sure,
structural
the first 4
integrity.
minutes.
The fuck would you know about structural integrity, you mad cunt? Yeah, no, see, I'm the exact same. Like, I don't think I have never owned a set of Vemans. I can't comment on them. I think the only reason why it came across that we were given bad stick on Vemans, Maxton kits, and Mark 6 Golfs is because we were just saying that they're all far too common.
Yeah.
But like that, there has to be a reason why they're far too common because, you've got the likes of Fiats. Fiats are a terrible car.
Yeah.
You'd never see them.
Yeah.
Whereas you see Vemans everywhere.
People still buy S200s, though.
Yeah, but they're not a bad car.
No, they're not.
They'll take abuse. They'll last.
Yeah.
You get your money's worth out of them, like.
No, I do think, like, they obviously are a good wheel, but, like, we seen in whichever episode it was, it must have been episode 5, we talked about them.
Yep.
There's so many different ones you can buy.
Loads. Absolutely loads. Now, I can kind of understand now, to an extent, you can kind of blame the wheel places for that.
Yeah.
Simply because if you've got a new car, right, if you've got a new to you car, and you've got that cash burning a hole in your pocket, and you're going to buy a set of wheels.
Yeah.
Pardon me. And you go into the shop, you're not leaving without a set of brand new alloys.
That's true.
And all they've got on the wall is the same as what everybody else has.
Yeah.
Do you know? So I suppose the consumers can't really be to blame for that.
They can a little bit because, as we learned, Viemann's are an Irish company. So you could just go onto the Vieman website.
Maybe people didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's true, yeah.
You know?
But, like, it seems like when you're buying a car that you're going to put Viemann's onto, it's like there's a blueprint.
Yeah.
And you buy this car and you already know in your head, this is what I'm going to do to it.
Yeah.
Like, I do think they would... I think any car can look cool if you put a different set of wheels on it. It'll stand out at a car meet.
And now one thing I have to say as well, it's got absolutely nothing to do with Viemann's or Mark 6 Golfs or that comment in general, but something happened today and I'm going to explain my entire thought process of it, and I think this if everybody else thinks the same way as I do, you're going to understand this, right? So scrolling through Facebook and I see I think it was an F10. It was an F10 that I seen, right? Now, if you were to see a kid at F10, what wheels would you expect to see it on?
I don't know the names of them.
It'd be Fat Fives or something along the lines you've always seen. Alfords.
Oh.
Alfords. Now, my first instinct was I seen it and I was like, ugh. But then, my very second thought was, do you know what?
At least
I
it's different.
actually appreciate it because it's different.
Do you know, actually, on the topic of that, it just hopped into my head there. Do you know what wheels are the one wheels that I can't understand people put on cars? And it's mostly on golf to see them.
See, if you're going to say Mondials.
Yes.
How did I fucking know you're going to say Mondials? Because they're already a slow enough car. I'm not going to say that all the fucking Golfs are slow, but like if you look at the likes of the Mark 5 Golf, 1.9 105 brake.
Yeah.
And they're sticking a ton set of alloys on them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Fuck me.
Don't get me wrong, Mondials are a cool looking wheel.
They are very cool.
They make no sense. They're the opposite of a performance upgrade.
No,
you put alloys
so heavy.
Like the whole idea of putting alloys in your car is they're usually cheaper than the stock wheels that come in a car.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you about I think it was definitely the first experience I've ever had with them. Could have been the only experience I've ever had with the Mondials. Everybody was always saying, "Oh, they're way too heavy for the cars, and why are you putting heavy wheels?" And da 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 da. I was kind of just agreeing with them because I never had any experience with them until I went to pick one up one day. Man, they're fair heavy.
Are they that heavy?
Yeah, no,
I
I swear that now. I go to the gym, pal, right?
Yeah.
You're massive, pal. Anyway, I go to the gym. These are not a light wheel, Dan. If you've never experienced them, just go into a car shop or a wheel shop and just say, "Can I have a look at a Mondial there?" Just try and pick it up, man. Heavy.
Yeah, like they came off. They're Land Rover wheels.
Yep.
They came off a Jeep.
Yeah. But would they be the same as, you know, them 3-spoke Land Rover wheels? I really don't like them.
Don't know them ones.
Don't like them
I probably
at
don't
all.
know if I've seen them, but I don't.
Seen them on a, funny enough, Mark 5 Golf.
Right.
They're like, they're not even like fucking Mondials. They're basically just a three-spoke Land Rover wheel.
Like the one thing I will say with Mondials is, on a Mark 4 Golf, they are a really nice looking wheel.
Mondials and a Mark 4.
Yeah. That's where I would have seen them originally. When I think
Yeah.
of them, that's what will pop into my head, a Mark 4.
Fuck, I don't think I've ever seen them on a Mark 4.
Yeah, I would have seen them. Like I haven't seen any of them in a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe people have copped on that there's no point putting out wheels that are going to double the weight of your car.
Yeah. On the topic of wheels, Long Beaches. The fuck is the story with them?
Yeah, they were massive a while ago. There's
I
another
don't
wheel.
understand it. A fucking OEM Volkswagen wheel.
Yeah, but it's
and
the
they're
same
selling
way.
for €1,600 for a set. I seen them.
Is that how much they are?
Man, they were fucking not right now. Well, they could be that price now, but in the peak of them, I seen them up as. I think I could have actually seen a set for €2,000. That's €500 for a fucking wheel, and they're OEM.
Yeah, I suppose it's the same with like Fat Fives. I don't know what price Fat Fives are, but
Yeah. No, I will say the Long Beaches, they're a beautiful fucking wheel. They are a really nice wheel.
they suit Mark 4s.
Yes,
series.
and Boras.
Yeah.
They're really nice wheel. But £1,600 for a set of wheels, man, I don't know.
Well, for a set of OEM wheels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if you're getting an old set of Jap wheels, like that's not far off Jap wheel money.
Yeah.
Like very close to Jap wheel money.
Yeah, but they're buying them Long Beaches is €1,600 and they're putting them on a car that's not worth €1,600. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
No, I suppose it is the same. Fat Fives are a cool looking wheel though, but they're another, like they're BMW.
Fat Fives, yeah, I really like a Fat Five, yeah. Really like a Fat Five on it, especially on an E60.
Yeah, very nice in an E60. Yeah, that's all from episode 5. And then just one, it's not even a question, but Walsh had said, "You up the long wheelbase episode?" I got some laugh. I came in at like 20:08 in the morning.
Yeah.
I got some laugh when I seen it coming in.
The long wheelbase episode. For anyone that doesn't pick up on that, I'm sorry, Walsh, because I know you're going to be listening, and he's going to be like, "Sure, he didn't have to explain the joke." Like, he's going to text me and he's going to complain. Long wheelbase episode. He commented that because it was a bit longer than the rest of them.
It was an hour. It was our first hour and a half episode.
Yeah,
So-
but honest to God, like, yeah, that humour is just gas. I love it.
And McInee said, "I 100% agree. IS200s and Sierras is very Irish car scene. Would pick an IS200 because I have 2 of them. I actually need to correct myself. I said, pretty sure I didn't mix up, but I said Escort instead of Sierra. I also want to say actually." So,
Oh yeah.
I don't hate UK.
No, he's a fucking liar. He's a liar. Do you know all the hate? He's only saying this now because all the hate. You need to fucking step it up a notch, boys. He didn't get half as much stick as he needs to. You actually said they're disgusting.
No, I said
I'm going to go back and I'm going to. I could be wrong, but I'm nearly certain you said that they are not. No, you said you don't like them. You did.
I don't like them, but I don't hate them.
Okay.
What I did say is when I see a UK spec that's Jap done UK,
It
that
aggravates
boils
you.
my blood.
Yeah.
Because it just boils my blood. I'm not getting back into it again. I'm going to get fucking take.
See, he hates them. He hates them.
No,
Give
like-
him all of that abuse, boys.
I can appreciate when you go somewhere, or even if during the summer, if you're walking down the road or you're driving somewhere and you meet a UK 86, they're cool.
He's jumping on the fucking bandwagon now, boys. We have him.
But-
We have him by the bollocks.
If there was a line of traffic and there was a UK 86 and a Jap one behind it,
Yeah, go
I
on.
wouldn't even notice the
Oh,
UK one.
right, yeah. Sound. Wouldn't even notice it, no, but I love them. I do like them, I swear.
I don't like them. I just don't hate them. Yeah, and he just says the UK car scene is stolen RS3s and PMWs.
Yeah, oh, fact to God it is. And chopped up as well, too.
Yeah.
Stolen out of Ireland, more likely, and then fucking shipped over.
Our weekly correspondence from Tato came in as well, and he just confirmed that it's a lad from Donegal.
Nice. Yeah, we done a live, as we do every week, as we're setting up to record this. We record on a Thursday night, and as we're setting up to record, we do a live on TikTok. So if you're free between 6 and about 8...
Literally any time.
Yeah, literally any time, but between 6 and 8, generally speaking, we'll be live on TikTok. And Tato himself, we're going to call you Tato, was in the live, and he explained this earlier, that he's from Donegal.
He's a local celebrity.
Only the
for us,
best type of people come from Donegal, though. I have to say that. I'm actually very jealous that I'm not from Donegal.
Don't think I've ever had a bad experience with Donegal, man, to be fair.
No.
Keelan836 said, "Well, lads, how are we getting on? Best Donegal rally stories. I know Badger will have 1 or 50 to tell. You up the camper."
It's funny because me and one of the boys, Bosco, was only speaking about Donegal, like organising Donegal for this year earlier on today. We were having serious crack, man. I swear to God, I cannot wait. I live for Donegal rally every year, you know. And I'm fucking sick because, I mean, I've only been to 2 of them.
Yeah.
The one just gone and the one before that, and I've always meant to go to them, but I'm raging that I missed out on so many years of not going.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to start that one off or no?
I don't really have any like wild stories from her. But I gave my wild story last week where I got pulled in for revving the car.
Yeah, so do you know what it is? Is because me and Dan would have 2 very different experiences of the Donegal rally. Because Dan, I feel like this is why it's the perfect mix for a podcast, and I'm not going to cite you at all because I fully understand. There is we are 2 completely different types of people in the car scene. So Dan is the type of person that would go and wouldn't miss a stage.
Yeah.
At the rally, like he wouldn't. You might go to King of the Cone or that.
I've never been to King of the Cone once.
Never, right?
No.
Whereas I go up on a Thursday. The rally doesn't start until Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, you'll get the first stages on Friday morning, yeah.
Yeah, so I go up of a Thursday. I'm there real early of a Thursday, and I get absolutely mouldy drunk, boys. And I don't stop drinking until the Sunday. Like, I just get rat-harsed. Funniest story, Jesus, I've got quite a few. I'm going to say, right, so...
How many of your funny stories can you say out loud to be put on the internet?
Not many. Not many of the funny stories. Donegal is the one time of the year where I actually take my hat off and unleash. Because, like, I've got a bit of a following on Snapchat and that, and because I've got the business and that, I try to keep myself under wraps. There is a beast that comes out in Donegal, though. Not many of them, right? One of my fondest, I'm not even going to say one of, my very favourite moment in life to date is, it was the first year I was at the Donegal Rally, and like I understand, I was hitting millions of views on Snapchat at this point, but I never really like sit down and actually comprehend it until I was sitting in the back of, did I not speak about this? No, I didn't. This was, I spoke about last week about when we were coming around by the back of Sister Sarah's and one of the boys revved his car in that.
Yeah.
Came around that exact, obviously, you know, when you're doing a lap at Letterkenny for the rally, you come around by the back of Sister Sarah's. So I was sitting in, I think it was the back rear passenger seat by the window, and all the windows were down, the car was full of boys, we were all having the crack, whatever, looking at the cars and whatever, right? Next thing, I must have been smoking a fag out the window or something. Next thing I just hear from the balcony of Sister Sarah's, oh my God, it's the Badger fella, right? And I was pure shock. Like, instantly I thought, like, I don't know why I thought, but I thought Garda, and I just turned. I was like, what? As I looked up, the whole balcony erupted, and I swear, like, you couldn't write it, like, right? They were all roaring. They were like, oh, Badger. Best moment of my fucking life. I swear.
How long did it take you to be pulled out of the car when your head got that big?
This is what I'm saying. Like, I never ever let it get to my head or nothing like that, right? As soon as as the light went green, the traffic started moving or whatever, right? And I was like, lads, nobody's ever going to believe this. Like, I have to run back and get a video, right? So me in my rat-hard state ran back with my phone, right? And I pulled the phone out and I was like, hey boys, right? So that they get my attention, or I get their attention again. Hey boys, and I held the phone up, but I was too busy actually looking at what was going on to be looking at my phone. And it were all roaring again, on the Badger fella, right? And I was delighted. And as I was running back to the car, I went to look at the video, and it was just a distorted photo of me running and a pure smile on my face. So I missed the best single best experience I've ever had in my life. So yeah, I appreciate if you were one of the boys that was on the balcony there. There was a couple of hundred people shouting my name. Like, I do remember, so famous.
I do remember one of the years coming up by there, and I'm fairly sure it was the Friday evening, and two people sleeping on the balcony.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Nice. Of all places to sleep on Letterkenny.
Thursday evening.
No, Friday.
Friday evening?
Yeah.
Sleeping?
Yeah.
How the fuck were they allowed to sleep?
I don't know. They were just like, it was obviously packed, and then they were to the wall that you can look down onto the road.
Yeah.
There was definitely there was a girl, and she was definitely asleep, and I'm pretty sure there was a lad beside. I think they were sleeping.
Oh.
I don't know what was going on below the wall now.
Keep it PG-13, pal. Boys up feeking on the balcony.
But yeah, I don't really have any like mads. I probably do. I'm trying when you're saying that, I'm trying to rack my brain for something.
I can tell another one if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, because I actually can't think of any. Bar like the one I used up my good story last week.
I'm just trying to filter through all the stories that I have to see which ones are incriminating, which ones aren't. No, I can't tell that one. I don't think even allegedly would take me out of half of the shit that I could get into by telling any of these stories. Put it this way, if you spot me in Donegal, stay well clear. I'm going to try and get a t-shirt that says warning, stay clear or something.
What about the year? Was it last year or the year before that, like, on the Thursday night, there was like 4 cars got lifted by the guards and they all had Fairly Auto Style and stickers on the back of them?
Oh, shit. No, that was the first year that I was up there. So, obviously, because I was going to the Donegal Rally, it was my first year going, right? It was my second year in business, but my first year going to the rally. And so, I made a massive push. I was handing out, like, these large Fairly Auto Style stickers. I was selling loads of merchandise. On the build up to Donegal, because I was like, I'm going up here, I want to see my name fucking everywhere, I want to see how big I can get up here, right? Went up there on I think it was the Thursday night we got there. Didn't do too much. Kind of just span around a bit. I was kind of trying to get my bearings. I was never there before. Woke up on the Friday morning to a message from one of the local lads that I'd be friends with, and he was like, Badger, you're never going to believe this. He says, one of the girls was going into impound. She got her car taken off her, and she was going into impound this morning to get her car out. She says she sent me 3 photos of 3 separate cars in impound with the Farley Auto Stolen sticker on them, and there was one fella getting released from Garda custody wearing a Farley Auto Stolen Gila. I was like, that is the best promotion ever. I actually screenshotted the message and stuck it on my story. I was like, get back to me for the Farley Auto Stolen stickers and merchandise. And then actually, as a matter of fact, it was one of the girls that I'm friendly with was walking up the street with one of her mates, and they walked past 2 foot patrol Garda, and it came over the radio to keep an eye out for any car with the Farley Auto Stolen sticker on it. I was so gassed. I was like, I've made it. This is brilliant.
Yeah, no, I'm still trying to think. I've had fairly...
Dan, you're making yourself sound very boring here.
I've had fairly tame... there's a thing... Yeah, I'm going to wait a while. I said too many controversial things last time. But yeah, my Donegal rallies usually consist of... See, the last one pissed me off because it just took too long to get around the town.
Yeah, it always does, though. The
first year I went was much better. That was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe more. Or must have been more. I don't know how long ago it was. But yeah, the first time I went wasn't the worst year to go. Actually, the first year I went to Donegal was the year the rally was cancelled. It was during COVID, but everybody still went.
Yeah.
And that wasn't too bad. And the next year then the rally was back. And it still wasn't too bad. But in the year after that then it was just like...
Yeah, see, now, like, the traffic is fucking mental. Like, I don't think I could go, even... Obviously, I can't fucking drive up to them, but, like, even if I could, I don't think I would drive up. And if I was to drive up, I'd be driving up and leaving my car at accommodation somewhere and getting a fucking lift into town or something, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to drive around that fucking town, boys.
No. But we got another one in from Moonlight Drivers. He says that we need to buy an IS200.
I'm completely...
Someone sponsor us there on IS200.
I'm completely on board with that one.
We will build a Redline Republic IS200. I'd be quite happy with that.
Imagine we do the unveiling at Donegal.
Yeah.
Blow us up, lads. Comment, like, share, tell your friends, tell everybody. Because the more viewers, the more followers, the more everything that we have, the more chance that we're going to get a few pound in. And if we get a few pound in, then we'll get a fucking Redline Republic IS200.
Yep. He also says you can be done for no NCT with it booked. Just depends on the guard.
Who says that?
That's Moonlight Drivers.
Right, do you know, because obviously I didn't study law and I have never heard of anybody getting done for actually not having NCT while having it booked. I'm not going to argue the point, right? To my knowledge, you can't, but...
I'm 99% sure you can. It's like a grace thing where if you have it booked and you meet a sound guard, they'll let you away with it, but if you meet a wanker, they will do you.
I'm going to be brutally honest here. There's been times where I was pulled in with no NCT on the car. I had everything else on the car, no NCT on the car, had it booked, and I would abuse the back arse out of the cop. Allegedly. And they never took the car off me. Yeah. Like, I'd be shouting at the kid, take the car off me, so take it. Do you know what, like, I'm not suggesting anybody do that, but I feel like if they could have done it, they would have.
Yeah. I think it depends. Because there was the time there when the NCT, there was a massive backlog and you did have a lot of grace then, but that backlog...
But there's still a backlog, is there not?
It's not as bad now.
It's still there.
It might only be like a month and a half maybe.
Not going to get me on a technicality, but there's a big word for you.
And he says as well that VRT for an IS200 is about the same price you pay for the car. Which I don't know. I know one of the lads imported one from England 4 years ago, and I think VRT at the time was about €1,200, which isn't awful for it, so it might have gone up since.
Yeah. Or you could just, I'm not even going to say, allegedly I've heard, supposedly some people may or may not buy crashed ones that aren't crashed on the book.
Oh yeah.
And plate it.
That might
allegedly.
Happen. Yeah, allegedly that might happen.
Yeah.
We'd never do it though.
No.
Gavin McDonald, I'm just going to read out her name from now on. Gavin McDonald, right? He said, well lads, have a Mark 6 Golf and an F30. Good start. Trying to get rid of the Golf for a B5. That's a great shout.
Getting rid of a Mark 6 for a B5.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that one.
What is the best way to do up a B5? Yeah. See, I think...
I think we're going to have two completely different answers here.
Maybe.
What would you have a B5 looking like?
I think that B5s take very, very little to make them look well.
Agree.
Very little. I think if you lower them, I don't really know what wheels I put onto it. I'm kind of gone off.
Because he's afraid to say Vemans now.
No, like I actually don't know what the fuck wheels you can get anymore.
Right.
What's them Mercedes ones we were talking about them earlier? What are they called?
Oh, the AMGs.
No, the
monoblocks.
No. We were talking about them earlier.
Is it?
Yeah, on the podcast. You said it.
On the podcast?
Yeah, you said it.
We were speaking... Oh, no, they were fucking Long Beaches. They're Volkswagen.
No, not Long Beaches. Before you said Long Beaches, what are they called?
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
It's
going to do my head in.
Mondials.
No,
Mondials.
Land Rovers.
Land Rovers. And then the 3-spoke wheels, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, before this.
What you mean, pal? There was no before this.
Am I going to have to go back in this podcast now for you?
Anyway, listen, regardless, what wheel would you put on a B5?
Them ones that I can't think of the name.
Oh, them ones you just can't think of.
And the funny thing is, right, I can't think of the name of them, right, but they're a Mercedes wheel. They've got a Mercedes badge on them. One of the boys used
Alfords.
Alfords.
Yeah. Actually, I never even thought of that. Sorry, my bad.
They're quite nice in B5s.
Yep.
One lad used to work in Mercedes, and he went looking one day.
Sorry, do you know how many people are going to be fucking kicking the shit out of the dash of the car? It's fucking Alfords. She said Alfords.
One lad used to work in Mercedes, and he went looking. We have no idea what Alfords came off. If you know what Alfords came on, let us know, because I remember looking for it before. I genuinely don't know. I think there might be a wrap wheel. I have no idea.
I'm going to throw a wild guess out there, right? So, see the way you've got the Lexus Sports that came on a Lexus Sport.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there was a Mercedes Alford.
Let me Google it.
That came on Alfords.
Keep talking there. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds.
Yeah, no, like I've
They
genuinely...
taught her the queen of the land.
Like the first thing that came up when I searched Mercedes Alfords is an E55 AMG wagon with Alfords on it. But
Is it? Show us go. Because I've never actually...
It's a lowered one, so it's definitely not... They're not standard on it.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not standard. They don't even look well on it.
They don't look too bad.
No,
they do look really nice on B5s, though. If I was to get another B5, that's what I'd probably put it on.
Right, do you want me to tell you what I'd do?
Go for it. I'm going to keep looking here.
It's like... Oh, Jesus.
Bro W211? Oh, I found them. You don't need to comment anymore. Maybe not. Yeah? I have no idea. If someone knows for definite what they came on, let us know, because it'd actually be very interesting to learn that. A W211, I think.
So you'd have B5 Passat on Alfords.
Lower than Alfords. That's literally all I did.
That's it. No tints, no nothing.
No, although I'd probably... Would I tint the windscreen? Yeah, no, I'd full tints. But you know the blue? Do you remember the blue of the one that I had before?
Yeah.
It'd have to be that blue.
Like dinky blue almost. The darker one.
The darker blue, yeah.
Well, I couldn't give two hoots what colour the B5 was. If I was to get my hands on any B5, it'd be lowered on a set of RS6s, 18-inch RS6s. He's already looking at me sideways.
I had a set of RS6s on a board before.
Yeah, right. 18-inch set of RS6s. I would have full Maxton kit.
Nah.
Full tints. Dark tints.
Yeah.
With a full windscreen. I'd have a big sticker. Well, not a massive sticker, but I would have some form of a sticker bang centre of the middle of the windscreen.
Oh, no.
Like middle on the way down, middle on the way in. And then CB aerial on the back.
Oh, no.
That's what I'd do. She'd be piped as well. Right, yeah, so B5 Passat with...
Got rudely interrupted.
Yeah, rudely interrupted. Anyway, I believe what I was speaking about was the B5 Passat on RS6s, lowered, full tints.
That's where you lose me there.
Really? Full dark tints?
No, like as far as the dark tints, I'm happy enough.
Okay.
And then everything you said after that.
Right, okay, so you wouldn't put a Maxton kit on it?
No.
I think Maxton kits look well on them.
No, I think they're really, really nice.
And then the CB aerial and a big twin tip.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Do you know what I'd love to do to a Passat?
Well,
and there is one that's usually at Dubshed. I don't know who owns it. It's a really nice, like, GLI spec Passat.
Oh, with the indicators in the front bumpers. Oh, yeah, they're beautiful. That's the US bumper, I believe they call it.
It's the same. Yeah, the GLIs are the American ones. It's the same. If I was to ever buy a Bora again, that's how I do it.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm going to contradict myself there because I would like a really, really clean B5. I just go.
I think
my instant reaction is like just go agricultural as well. But
I think what I was saying there with just lowering it on something like Alphard's, a couple of nice tints on it. Like I probably would go full tints, not too dark on the front. I think.
Yeah.
In that blue color, which is actually funny. So I go for that blue color for that with nothing else. I think they were really, really nice, straight piped, but like a nice subtle kind of tip on it. But I think they're a really, really nice car. Like they have a nice body shape, standard,
beautiful.
But see and it's purely because of your man's one. His one is black, so if I was going to do a GLI one, I'd like to have it black because his is really nice. Like, it really suits the black.
Yeah, I think I'd love to see a B5 Passat in like, do you know them XXRs? I wish I knew the name of them.
No,
they're like, how do we even explain? They're basically a goldy colour. They're like a big XXR wheel with a heap of spokes. They're fucking really nice, nice wheel.
They're probably a rep of something that's nicer.
Probably.
Is that the only one?
Seen a Bora done like that before with the US bumper on it. It was on bags of black one.
Right.
On them XXRs years ago. It was in Cavan.
Yeah, you have to be careful with them wheels because they can, if you go about them wrong and you put them on the wrong kind of car or you don't lower the car enough, they can look fucking awful. Yep. And if you go too big with them as well, like I think 18s are the max you'd go with a wheel like that. Yeah. Any bigger than that. And they'd have to be low profile tyres. Mm-hmm. If you've got thick tyres on a wheel like that, it just takes away from the look completely.
Or the Memphis alloys. They can be really nice on a B5.
Bad. Yeah. What I do, like, I think a B5, so he's saying he's coming from, he wants to get rid of a Mark 6 for a B5. That's a great check.
100% it is. 100%. Because, like, B5s are becoming rare now. Yeah. Rare that you see them, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Mark 6 Golfs, even though we do like them, well, I like them.
Yeah.
Dan isn't a huge fan of them. I like a Mark 6 Golf if it's done differently than the rest of them.
Yeah.
But they're very common.
Extremely common. Yeah. And I suppose Passats were like that back in the day too.
Passats were.
We're probably kind of looking at them with kind of rose-tinted glasses here a bit.
Yeah.
Looking back in the good old days again.
Definitely. So if anybody's out there and you've got a Sunlid 3-door Mark 6 Golf, stick it in a shed for 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, and everyone's going to love them now.
Yeah.
We'll be on episode 400 of the podcast.
I wish I had a Mark 6 Golf.
If I ever get to that point, you'll have I've lost.
I'll put a bullet between your eyes. I know that's what you'd want.
But that's all the questions we got in.
Right, we'll hit on some topics then.
Yeah, so what got you into cars? Because I was thinking about it. It popped into my head today when I was driving back.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. And I was like, if you were to look at me when I was, say, 12 or 13, you would not think that I would be sitting here now, a qualified mechanic, on a car podcast.
Yeah. Can I just say, I might be extremely similar to you in that sense, because I think my very first thought, when I think back about how I got into cars, because when you said this to me earlier, that's what we were speaking about, I was like, how did I get into cars, right? So my very first time getting into cars, I believe I was about 14.
Right.
And we'd see all of these really nice. So I went to school in Carrick-on-Shore in Tipperary, and there was always Starlets, EK9s, Integras, DC2, DC1, DC2 Integras, Glanzas, all of these really nice cars spinning around. And even boys that were in school had them.
Yeah.
This is how bad, like 5th and 6th years had them in school.
Yeah.
They were driving around, and any of the lads that I'd be hanging around with, like every so often the car would drive past and they'd be like, oh, there's such and such of a car, and all that's. And I never knew anything about cars. I didn't know the first thing about cars.
Right.
Couldn't tell you to make a model of a car, did you get one? I knew nothing, right? And I went home and I believe Done Deal, this isn't going to make me sound really old now, but I believe Done Deal was only new.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't. I'm going to have to look into it, but it was new to me anyway. I used to go on to Done Deal and be like, right, what car am I getting? Now, 14 years of age, I'm like, I live in a council estate. Yeah. No job, no nothing, didn't come from money, no idea where I was getting the money out of, right? But I used to go on to Dundee and I had like a little wish list where I would be like, a car would come up, and I remember I'd be looking at the Mark IV Golfs and that. And I'm like, 1.4 petrol, I'd be able to get insured in that when I turned 17, like 3 years. What am I going to do to it? I'd be looking up body kits for it, I'd be looking up this and that and putting the prices together and being like, is this achievable? And I think I went too extreme into it because I was looking up all of these different types of cars, and for every car that I could think of, I had a different like sequence of wheels and kits and what are things I would do to that car.
Yeah.
I still had at least 3 years before I could even get a license. Never mind, like actually achieve getting these cars. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think I jumped right into the deep end. That's what got me into cars. I think it was the fact that I became extremely aware of the fact that I knew nothing about cars, whereas the rest of the boys did. And it was cool to have a nice car. And I was like, yeah, that'll be it. I'll get a really nice car and I'll be cool.
Yeah. Actually, and going off the back of that there, I think that shows the difference in how young people think about cars now versus back then, when things were black and white and all.
Yeah.
Like
when things were black and white. You humpy bastard.
So you were going home and you were looking up what body kits can I get for this, and if you got this car you wanted this body kit and these wheels, but you had no real reference to go off.
No,
these were things that you wanted to put on the car.
Yes.
And at the time you weren't even thinking about other people liking it.
No, and I tell you why is because there was, like, as I was saying, like, as we spoke about before, back then any car that you would see around, you'd never see, it very rare you'd see two of the exact same car.
Yeah. Like, I know, like, the DC2s and the EK9s were very similar back then.
Oh yeah, very similar, but you'd still have like you'd have a different spoiler on a lot of them. And if you had the same spoiler, then you'd have a different colour bonnet, or you'd have maybe it might have a black roof, or it might have a different set of wheels, or
something.
There'd be something different about it. Like, it'd be very rare we'd have two cars parked beside each other and you wouldn't be able to distinguish one car from the other.
No. And I think that's what's showing a lot of the problem these days is I think it's all social media driven, where people are like, so if you are 14 today, you've got TikTok and Instagram and like all them other things that you're going to come across other cars.
Yep.
And then you see, for some reason, everyone wants this car, and everybody wants it done this way. Whereas back then it was, oh, this is a cool car.
Yeah.
But look at these wheels. These are nice.
Yep.
I've never seen them before.
The most you had was Bebo. And videos on Bebo of Tolo Raceway.
Yeah.
That's the most you had. There was no such thing. Boys nowadays, I get what you're saying, but young fellas nowadays, it's not their fault. It's just the way society is going.
Pretty much.
It's the way the car scene is going. They'll have TikTok and they'll go on, they'll see this bagged Audi A4 and it's getting fucking 50,000 likes, and they're like, I need to do mine the exact same as that and I'll get 50,000 likes.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
And it's the problem with people, like, so the young lad's looking at it and he's like, I want to get 50,000 likes.
Yeah.
Back then, nobody gave a shit about likes.
Not a prayer.
So that's why I think the individuality has gone out of it, because everyone is like, this is the popular spec of car.
Yeah.
So I want my car to be like that, and then everyone else is going to like it.
Yep.
But it didn't work like that back then.
No.
But then, like, for me, I was probably a little bit different. I can't pinpoint it when I was like, I like cars now. Mm-hmm. Like, I would have liked cars when I was like much younger.
Yep.
And then, like, as every like young boy does, and then it kind of like just fell out of it. Like, I just wasn't interested in cars.
Yeah.
Then I came into secondary school then, and then like you're making new friends and all, and then the lads that I ended up being friendly with were all into cars. Mm-hmm. So then, like, I can distinctly remember like playing like Need for Speed Underground 2 and stuff like that, like them kind of games. And it was from the back of them, and obviously like Fast and Furious, like Tokyo Drift is.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody of our kind of similar age is Tokyo Drift was the movie.
Yeah.
And now what are they on, like Fast and Furious 17? Get Us to Space or something.
Get Us to Space. A fucking EK9 cruising across the moon. Like.
But yeah, like but it is funny. Like, if you were to look at me when I was going into, say, first year, and if someone was to be like, that man is going to spend all his money on cars, you'd be like, no, he's fucking not. Look at the state of him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got no interest in cars. He likes I don't know. What's it even like?
Fuck the point. No.
Fucking playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
But then I do remember, I can't remember what year it is. 2013 or maybe 2014. I went to Jap Fest, my first ever Jap Fest.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Von Gittin Jr. was there as like a guest driver. He was meant to drive in the event, but something happened with the shipping of his car or something, and he ended up judging the event, or he was like a guest announcer or something. But I can distinctly remember that because there was a Mustang there. I don't know if it was his or someone else's, but I remember him doing like a show run in the Mustang.
Oh yeah.
And I was around the bank. I wasn't even on the bank. I was down where the tunnel is. And I remember trying to like catch a glimpse out through the tunnel of him driving the car. And it was from then, like that was my first drift event. And like from then I've went to countless drift events. Like there was a couple of years where I was either at every single Irish Drift Championship round or nearly. I might have missed one of them. But like I think drifting is what really got me into cars.
Yeah, there's 2 points I want to touch on just from your story there. So the second point that came up there is just when you were saying that you distinctly remember going to that event. There's one event, and I wish to this day I could remember where it was. I keep asking my dad, but he could never remember either. There was some, like, it wasn't the case where my dad was into cars and that, and he would bring me along to events and that. It was more so just, we just so happened to be in this town one day, and there was and some form of an event on, but we went there. There was lads doing drifting, there was bikes wheeling up and down and doing tricks on motorbikes and that, like, it was, and the music, there was speakers up around the whole thing, like, and it was playing all of these dance tunes, and like it would have been one of the first times I ever experienced that and like that. And I remember like that, it just turns a cog in you, like, do you know what I mean, doesn't it? And then secondly, when we were saying about the individuality of cars and how it's not there anymore, I do think, in my opinion, I think I know what car started off the copying,
right?
Of, we'll say, the copy and paste of each car.
Yeah.
B6 Audi A4. Do you remember
B6,
the blue ones? The blue Audi A4s with A6 alloys.
Yeah.
Or the A5 alloys.
Yes.
You've got the chrome mirror covers.
Yeah.
Every one of them looked the exact same.
Yeah. Same with them, and
I'm a cunt for that, because it hears me slagging people off over copying them. I seen there was one of the boys in, I think it was Ballabay. Now, I was living in Clonmel at the time, but there was one of the boys that I knew in Ballabay that was after getting one of these blue ones, and I seen it in person, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for a new car, found one in Clare, identical. Reg was 03LH11020. I remember to this day. Right? It was a blue S-Line Audi A4 130 brake. It was lowered on them 19-inch A5 alloys, chrome mirror covers, the same as every other one. I'm describing this here. Everybody knows of one that was done like that. I bought that car and I love that car.
Right.
Oh man, dear. And I was a cunt for it, because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to criticise people copying everybody else's cars, but I actually fell for it myself.
I think Mark 6 Jettas are another car that would have kicked that thing off as well.
Mark 6 Jettas?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm talking about, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mark 6 Jettas weren't...
They're one of the first things I would have noticed that happened then.
Yeah.
Like, every Mark 6 Jet, it's very rare
But
you
you've got the Mark 5 Jettas. A lot of the Mark 5 Jettas were exactly the same.
That's very true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the Mark 6s.
Yeah.
I think Mark 6 is very late on to be one of the first ones to be doing it, you know?
I do remember people having Mark 6 Jettas when I was in school, though, when I was in secondary school.
You live in a posh area, pal.
I went to school in Nobber.
I suppose it's not posh, it's wealthy, though. It definitely
wealthy
is.
Farmers, maybe.
That's what I'm saying, like. You know what I mean?
But yeah, and it is weird, because like I do think back in it there, like, so when I was younger, I remember there was Bavaria City street racing along the quays in Dublin. Mm-hmm. Jesus, that must have been 15 years ago. I was fairly young, like, I might have been 10. I don't know how long ago it was. Probably younger than that. I was definitely still in primary school. But I remember that point being one of my like I like all kind of motorsports. Drifting is the top one for me, but I follow Formula 1 fairly closely.
Yeah.
I'll watch basically any form of motorsport. That's
You know quite a bit about Formula One as well, though.
yeah. Like I've been following it for like a lot of years, and
Yeah.
it would have always been on in the background. Like Dad wasn't into cars the same way I'm into cars. Like he wasn't into modifying cars, but he was always into Formula One and like the motorsport side of it. Like he
Yeah.
would have watched British touring cars a lot when he was young. Well, when it was good back in the 90s. But I remember going to the Bavaria City Street Racing thing in the Keys, and there was it a Lotus Formula One car? And I actually remember Dad had been to a Formula One race in Hockenheim, I think. And at that, like that was back in the time of the V10 engines in Formula One. So everyone, it was they were either given to you when you were going in, or you could buy them there, but there was earplugs that you got from it.
Right.
So he brought them to that, and he was like, these cars are really loud. And sure, me being 10-year-old me being like,
Yeah.
not going to be that loud.
You're old. Your ears are old, yeah.
I remember the day was, there was loads of different things on, like it was just all on, the keys were just shut down, and there was like other different like supercars driving and like other kind of modified cars. I don't even think there was drifting on it.
Yeah.
But then like the main event then was, there was like a show run from, I think it was Lotus. No, it was McLaren, I think. I think Jenson Button was there.
Is this the one down in Dublin?
Yeah.
Where all the streets were closed off and that?
It was only one street, I think.
Yeah,
It was
but
a
there was
right
drifters up and down it, though.
No, that was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because that one comes to mind.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm thinking of.
It was very similar to that, but
Yeah.
it was went on a little bit longer, I think, as far as I remember. But I remember the first Formula One car went by, and I was like, you hardly still have them earplugs there. Yeah. But like, I remember that, like, the noise of the cars and smell of the cars, smell of burning rubber and that kind of stuff. Like, it was from that kind of stuff that I was always like, I wasn't really into cars, but it was always kind of there in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And then I suppose, like, because I was introduced really to drifting, like Dad wouldn't have been into it, but I remember seeing an ad on, I don't know, Facebook or whatever at the time for Jap Fest, and I was like, that looks pretty cool. Can I go to that?
Yeah.
And he brought me. Like, he ended up bringing me for drifting for, I don't know, years, basically until I got my own car. But like, I think that's where my Jap influence comes from.
Yeah.
Because when I got into, like, the drifting was the first real thing I got into.
Yep.
That's all Japanese. Like, it came
Exactly,
from Japan. And I obviously had the German cars, but I never really got into properly into the German side of things. Like, when I think of German cars, when you go into the higher spec stuff, they're all show cars.
Yeah.
Like, they're all dub shed spec or like whatever. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I can go to a car show and I can really appreciate, like,
Oh yeah, of course. Like any car that has had a lot of work put into it,
Yeah.
you're going to appreciate it
Yeah.
regardless. Do you know what I mean? You're into cars. You're a car enthusiast.
Yeah.
Even if it's not your thing,
Yeah.
you're going to
I
appreciate
still
the
like
time
them.
and effort that went into it.
and like, when you see a really, really well done show car, like German show car, Jap show car, whatever, that's had a lot of time spent on it.
Yeah,
They're cool.
they are cool. Definitely. Even if they're not your kind of thing, even if it's not something that you would ever have,
Yeah.
you'd still stand and appreciate it.
Yeah. And it's probably like, it's not the kind of thing I'd ever have now, but if I ever won, like, say if I won the Euro Millions,
Yeah.
down the line I probably would buy like a US spec, GLI spec Bora or Jetta.
Yeah, W8 fucking Passat or something. Yeah.
Something like that, and do it as a show car.
Yeah.
But like, as I am now, I wouldn't spend my money on them, because I rather the stuff that can be used. I'd much rather own a PS13 that has a cracked bumper or a cracked lip and paint's a little bit shitty and it's got like weird interior and stuff in it, but it lived a life in Japan where some man drove it how it was meant to be driven, and then it comes over here and I drive it the way it's meant to be driven, rather than it gets like crab walked over speed bumps and then parked at a show and aired out and stuff like that. Like, I actually think it's funny as well, because see, if you're thinking about buying a car in Ireland and you look at it and the pictures and you're like, that thing is wrecked, it's got a cracked bumper on it, and then you look through the auctions in Japan and you're like, no
for
way,
crazy money,
that joke's got a cracked bumper on it and the interior's missing.
It's
and
like the things that you would depreciate it in the Irish market, like,
and you're like, oh, the front wing has been changed to a different colour, and then you're like, that's definitely got a story behind it.
Yeah.
And then over here you see a car for sale with a different wing, and you're like,
Yeah,
that truck's crash. I'm not buying that.
Farm, yeah. Yeah. Here's one for you, right? And this isn't even on the list, right? I don't know. I just thought of it there. Do you remember your first experience out spinning around with the boys? And when I say the boys, I don't mean like lads that you're friends with or whatever. Like, were you ever brought out like as a young fella?
No,
out
not
spinning
really.
around with like older lads or that?
No, I would have never. See, I was too far into the countryside
Yeah, fair.
to get that kind of thing.
So you probably had your own car to spin around in before you were actually spinning.
Yeah,
Fair.
it was never would have been a thing like
Fair.
where a lad was going to come and.
I distinctly remember another time where like there was a lad that I think it was like 2 or 3 years older than me in school, but like we would have grew up in the same council estate, and then he ended up moving into Carrick-on-Shore.
Yeah.
And he was hanging around with the cool kids, and then whenever he got a car on the road and that, we'd be spinning around all the time. And he came and picked me up one time, took me spinning with all the older boys, and I thought it was fucking class, man. I was like fucking 14 or 15 or that, and I was cruising around with all the older heads. He was out pulling handbrakes and stuff, and I was like, this is class.
The difference in being from the town and being from the countryside is, now this is a purely allegedly story, and it was also a dream.
Which? The one I just said?
No, the one that I'm about to say.
Oh, right, yeah.
Purely a dream.
I remember the dream you were telling me, yeah.
Yeah. And it was allegedly it was a dream. Maybe it's just
Allegedly
a story
it was a dream.
Maybe it was just a story I made up. But allegedly, when I was like 14, me and one of the boys went 3 ways on a Mark IV Golf.
Oh yeah,
€50 each, cost €150 for spinning around the roads. So we didn't need to get anyone to come lift us to go spinning. We just bought the car and done it ourselves.
Yup. Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, that was ropey. Crazy dream, though.
Yeah, crazy dream. Yeah. There's a couple of them, all right.
But yeah, we get into like the other thing we're going to talk about.
Yeah, fire away. What is it?
So like with modern cars these days. So I'm not saying we're going above the Golfs and the 5 Series. Mm-hmm. If you think about if you went out to buy a brand new or like nearly new M3. So you're looking at I don't know what they are, 300, 400, 500 horsepower from factory.
Yeah.
Got all these nice cruise control, launch control, all these nice fancy bits in it. Mm-hmm. Or you've got them now where they've got all these nice fancy bits. But then 20 years ago you went into a dealership and you bought, let's just go with an EK9, or no, we'll go to DC2 because they were fast cars.
Yeah.
I think they might have had ABS. Some of them might not have.
Right.
Very unlikely they had traction control.
I think we're going more than 20 years then.
No, not even. Sure,
would they still have been in dealerships 20 years ago? Because they're what? When I think of a DC2, I think of a 98.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it wasn't 2026 there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking 98. So they would have been what, like 8 years old at that point, 20 years ago. 2006.
So yeah, so we're going back. Yeah, I forgot we were in 2026.
Yeah, you're talking 25 years maybe.
25, touching the back off 30 years old. So right, we're going back a bit further there. So let's just say it's 1997, 1998.
Yeah.
You're going in buying a DC2 Integra.
Yep.
And you've got like none of these like driver aids in it.
You don't even know what that is.
That's
back then,
like,
you know what I mean?
If someone was to come to you and be like, "Yeah, we're going to put a drift mode into this car," what the fuck do you mean a drift mode?
Sorry, sir, there's no ABS in your car. Fuck is an ABS, pal? Give me the DC2 and say no more.
But do you think cars then were more fun now? For like
1,000,000%.
But like, if you think about it, now obviously they're more expensive. So like, money is no object now. We're going purely hypothetical.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna so we'll go Jap. We'll go a Nissan GTR.
Okay.
Versus something along the lines of a DC2, that kind of thing. Front wheel drive, 1.8 litre.
Yep.
No turbo, no nothing, no leather seats. Like, you're going for a Type R here, so you've got the nice red Recaros.
Yeah.
I think they are much more fun
Than the newer cars.
Yeah.
Fact of God, and you know why is because even if, right, trigger warning here now, right, if you were to flip that cunt, you don't know whether you're making it home or not. You flip a car nowadays, straight away bags out everywhere. You've got airbags coming from the front, airbags from the fucking seats, airbags from the A pillars and B pillars and everywhere. And then you've got this little SOS thing that fucking, because you're two or more of your wheels lifted off the ground, it's ringing fucking ambulance and everything. Like, do you know what I mean? Emergency services are after being called. You're fucking grand. You're fine in a newer car. And also, yes, you've got between 300 and 500 brake horsepower. Where are you using that?
That's the thing.
Do you know, where are you using
realistically, right, you might be able to get it opened up on the motorway.
Yeah.
And you get your 400 horsepower, say, opened up on the motorway.
Yeah.
Guard see your license gone.
Yeah, right. But and another thing, and you might not think of this, but I know 100% you're going to agree with me. You do 100 miles an hour in a newer car. You do 100 miles an hour in an older. You feel every mile an hour of that 100 in that older car. You could be tipping the back arse off 200 miles an hour in one of the newer cars. You wouldn't even feel it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't get the excitement of it anymore. You're trying to push every mile an hour out of the newer cars just to see the gauge go up.
And it's just the gauge.
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe
it.
the wind noise. But you can't even hear the wind noise because the radio, the sound system's too good on it.
Exactly.
And
that's what I'm saying.
So the other thing with them is, so like a GTR and a DC2 are like, they're terrible comparisons. Realistically, you should be doing like an R34 and a GTR, but I don't want to go with an R34.
Yeah.
If you think about a Nissan GTR and you think about a DC2, you're not going to put a GTR on a back road and drive it within an inch of its life.
Who wouldn't?
But like, if you think about
give me one, pal. If I didn't have to pay for the cunt,
they're too wide.
Man, I wouldn't give a bollocks.
But like, you're not going to get as much fun out of a GTR on a back road as you will out of a DC2.
Depends what back road.
No, you definitely... Can you think about, you come around a little sharp bend in a DC2 with a real sharp front end, and then you accelerate, and then it bangs off VTEC.
Yeah. Solid.
Way more fun.
Of course, right, yeah, way more fun, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, did I pay for the R32?
You're paying for both of them. You're paying for both of them.
Right. DC2 all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking... Obviously, you're going to have to crack out at R34 by bollocksing it over the back roads.
Or 35 even.
Or 35 or whatever it is. You've got more chance of hitting something or damaging something. If you barely chip the front bumper in one of them newer cars, you're talking maybe £1,000 to replace the bumper with all the sensors and everything like that.
But even, like, I don't think you'd be able to pull... You couldn't physically drive an R35 to within an inch of its life on a back road.
Too many sensors, too many...
There's too much power in it. But the DC2s, they're what, 200 horsepower?
Yeah, you could go balls out.
Like, what are they, roughly 1,000 kilos? So, like they're a powerful car for the engine that's in, or for the weight that's in it. If you put an R35 on the same back road, you can't do the same amount of drive. And like, you might be going at the exact same speed in the two cars, but you're wrestling the DC2 around the corners and your left foot braking, and then you're coming off and you come round a sharp bend and it spins wheels in seconds and it hits VTEC. And then you do it in the R34 and you come round a sharp bend and the traction control kicks in. Like, it's just, they're not the same.
No. Did you know, when you put it like that, you have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, if money was no object, I would love to have a brand new M5 or a brand new M3. But when money is an object, and I don't think I'd like to get something like that. Like, see, it's a pain in the hole having to compare a GTR to a DC2.
Yeah.
But there is no new car that rivals a DC2.
No.
There's not a single, maybe I'm wrong, there's not a single car I can think of off the top of my head that you could look at and go out and go, it's front wheel drive, it's really light, it's got a like peppy 1.8, 1.6, 2 litre like for a new car. I can't think of anything.
Do you know, I'm just after thinking of the logo for do you know the cover photo we'll say for this video?
Yeah.
We have like a DC2 with a crown just over it, and then we'll have like one of the R35 or
little SAG or R35.
No, one of them little Joker hats on, a little clown hat or something.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I think so. Like, it kind of goes into like another bit there of would you buy a 180 horsepower old car that's got no driver assistance?
Yeah.
We'll give it ABS just to give it something,
Just for the sake of it, yeah.
Or you going out buying a 300 horsepower car. So money is an object now. you've got...
Can we have electric windows as well, so you don't have to like lean over to the passenger seat to like fucking do the windy thing whenever you pull up to one of the boys?
Yeah, so like a lot of older, like sure, my Corolla has 4 electric windows in it.
Jesus.
Like 97.
Yeah.
So
folding mirrors too, probably.
it has one folding mirror for some reason, and it's the driver's side that folds, which makes no sense. I presume the other one's broken, but I always find it funny when you press the folding mirror button, and then the one that you can reach folds in, and the other one doesn't.
Fuck's sake.
But like even so, when I think about the Corolla, you could be doing 80 kilometers an hour over a narrow back road.
Yep.
And you think you're on a Formula 1 track.
Yeah, fact.
Because like you've got the noise of the car, you've got no turbo, so it's like just like you're sitting at like 6.5, 7,000 RPM at the top end, and you're in first, between second and third gear. You're not even hitting fourth.
Yeah.
They're endless fun.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you get your M5 that's fun in a motorway.
Yeah.
That's the only place you can ever do anything with.
Exactly.
Because it's too wide to put on the back road. Because if
Yeah,
you
they-
need someone, you're either hitting them or you're hitting the ditch.
Yeah. It's way too expensive to be hitting ditches.
Yeah, and then you hit like... I know if I was to hit a ditch, say in my Corolla, it's an absolute disaster because I have to go to Japan to get the parts. But realistically, a bonnet's not going to cost me that much, a wing's not going to cost me that much, and a bumper's going to cost me fuck all too. But if you were to be allegedly like going fast over a back road in an M3,
Allegedly, we would never do such a thing.
no, and you hit something, car's written off.
Yeah, you're bollocks. Pollocksed.
But like,
Yeah, well, I'm glad we agree on that topic.
for once, we do agree on something. And
We agree on a lot of things.
except for UK spec 86.
Yeah, because it's, listen, right, we won't even get into that because I feel like we will have pitchforks outside.
Yeah. Someday we're going to finish off a podcast too, with just thumping the heads of each other.
Yeah.
Going, I swear Jap A86s are better.
What you mean? Yeah. Right, next one up, Daniel, son.
We actually basically hit everything in the one go there without
Is
even
it?
meaning
Fuck,
to. Yeah. Like, so we've got like, so the 180 horsepower old or 300 horsepower new.
Sweet.
And I think we were both in agreement that I would definitely quicker, I'd quicker buy a DC2 than an M3, a new M3, because like I know DC2s are getting expensive. So like, what year would you go? Like, we'll go for a yellow DC2, which are tipping off
0, 0, I think, aren't they?
25, 30 grand, like to buy.
Oh,
buy at the
right. I
minute.
thought you were on about fucking, yeah.
Like a genuine yellow DC2, they're going for big money at the minute.
Yeah.
So we'll say 30 grand. So what year are you going back then to get like an M3? Did you get a 2010, 2011 E90 M3?
Maybe. For 30 grand?
30 grand, I'd say
Probably
you probably would,
would,
yeah.
yeah. You probably would.
I'd be taking the DC2.
Oh, fact.
Personally.
Fact.
A lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah. No, but I don't understand. I'd like to have a conversation with somebody that would choose the DM3
The
there
M3,
over
yeah.
the DC2.
Because I'd like to hear someone's opinion on why they'd go for the M3 over.
Like, don't get me wrong now, I would much, like, it's not like I'm a fucking die-hard Jap, like JDM fan or anything. I am a huge fan of them, but I'm not a die-hard fan. Like, there's a lot of instances there where I would have, it's like a diesel yoke.
Yeah.
Or like a clean diesel yoke over it, but just in the case of that there, like, can't see me taking a 2010 M3 over a genuine yellow DC2.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
haven't that all day long.
And when you step back and look into it, it is a little bit madness that a DC2 is the same price as an M3. Mm-hmm. But I think the DC2 is just, you'll have so much more fun in a DC2.
Yeah, and come here, while we're on the topic, right? See the way, like, obviously the newer cars. If you were to get a newer M3,
Yeah.
so
you're going like,
so that'll be massive money now, right?
Yeah.
Then it'll like gradually depreciate in value.
yeah.
At what point will it start going up the way
back
again?
up. See, that's the thing with new cars, and I could be completely wrong with it, but as someone who's a mechanic, and I'm seeing the stuff that's being made at the minute,
Yep.
like now I can't comment on cars. It's trucks I qualified on, and it's plant that I work on now. The stuff that's being made now, I genuinely can't see it working in 30 years' time.
Oh yeah,
Or 20 years' time. There's too much electronics on them.
fair.
And the electronics are too expensive to fix. Whereas if you... So I'll just go for machinery at the minute. If you have, we'll say, a 20-year-old loading shovel, it's got very little... It's got no AdBlue system. The engine's relatively simple in it. Like, I know I'm only going back to 05, but the plant kind of stuff was a bit slower to take on the like the newer things. Even it's the same with trucks. Like if you back into 05, like you're getting an old R500 and there's very little in them. Whereas if you get a brand new loading shovel now, brand new truck now, you've got like coordinators with like 8 different ECUs and they're all talking to each other, and if the coordinator goes, it's a ball of money. One of the ECUs goes, it's a ball of money. Like it won't be sustainable when it's 30 years old to keep paying for it. And I think it will be the same. I could be completely wrong, and I might eat my words in 30 years time, and we'll be able to drive around in like
Mark IV Golfs.
yeah, like there'll be, say, 2026 plate M5s for 25, 30 grand. But I think in 30 years time there won't be any to buy because they'll all be scrapped, except for the very small handful of people that kept them in a shed.
Fair.
And looked after them. But then them ones are going to be 100 grand because they've got no miles on them.
Yeah.
Like I could be completely wrong in that, but like I can't see them.
Yeah, because like it's hard to see, because obviously we're now living through the era where the B5 Passats, the Mark IV Golfs, the likes of them, they're back hitting big bucks now again. So like when they were brand new, they were probably I think we came up with it here one day, wasn't it? It was like 10 or 12 grand or something. They were brand new.
No, it was a little bit more. I think it was like between 20 and 30 grand for a brand new B5.
So you're talking between 20 and 30 grand for a brand new one.
Yeah.
And then they would have dropped down about 10 years ago. You could buy them for €200-300.
Yeah, like there were still a couple of really clean ones. That were
yeah, but like I'm saying this because I would have bought ones at €200 and €300.
Oh yeah,
with tax and test that were clean. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not that they were fucking rotten.
No,
you were able to buy them for that, and now they're jumping back up. They're reaching 4 or 5 grand now for one of them.
If you were to post a B5 Passat then for 4.5 grand, people were laughing at you.
Fact.
And no one was buying it.
But see, this is what I'm saying. So obviously, a brand new car, you start off here, and then it like instantly, as soon as it leaves the showroom, it starts depreciating, right? Yeah. And then it gets to the point whereby you can buy them for €200-300.
Yeah.
With tax and test. And then they started going back up again. Now they're 4 or 5 grand for one of them.
Yeah, but see, it's the thing. It's like it was after COVID. Every single car went insane.
Yeah,
like there was after. I don't even know what happened. I do know what happened with Jap cars. Was there was loads of people that had shells of Jap cars or project Jap cars sitting in sheds, and then all of a sudden COVID hit and
they started building.
They're like, oh shit, I've got a load of spare time now. And then they all got built, and then the market got kind of half flooded with them, and you could kind of buy whatever spec you wanted in them, and they were going for crazy money.
Yeah.
But like as I was saying last week, the price of Jap A86s is significantly dropping. Like you're getting one for less than 20 grand, fresh in from Japan.
Yeah.
And then it's the same then with like PS13s. There was a time where they weren't far off 30 grand. And don't get me wrong, there's still some listed for in around the 30 grand. But if you look, you'll pick one up for 21, 22, 23 grand. So I think it's like the market we're in at the minute. Every car went up.
Market's fucked. I was only speaking to Dad about this the other day. Like you can't buy a car.
No.
You can't, even if you buy the car, you can't sell the car.
No.
Like, what's happening with cars? Like, do you know what I mean? Unless, of course, like I've got a car up there for sale for 3.5 grand. Got a text message the other day, 1450. I've had some bids in my time, but 2 grand under the asking price. Like, are you for fucking real, pal? And if I was to try and buy one of them in the morning, like, you'd be fucking paying more than what I have a listed at. Do you know?
And see, another thing to think about, what you were saying there. So when you were buying like the B5 Passats and B6s and all that, so they started off at whatever price they were brand new, and then they fell after, say, 10 years, 15 years of being out.
Yeah.
If even. Probably coming closer to 10 years, the prices
were... well, let me work this one out, because like we'll say for argument's sake 02 to 04, 02 to 05 we'll say, so 02, and I was buying them about 10 years ago, it's 2016.
Yeah.
02 to 2012 was 10. 14 years old.
So yeah.
You were buying them for €200-300.
In between 10 and 15 years, right? If you look at the Jeep, that's 10 years old next year.
So you're telling me in 4 more years I'll give you €300 for that Jeep?
I don't think so. Because I think, like, even back then, so what was that Jeep?
I get what you're saying now, all right,
27
yeah.
grand for a 10-year-old car.
Yep.
But I remember one of the lads bought a B8 Audi A4 when we were in school. 08. Was around 2018. I think we were in 6th year.
Yep.
So 10 years old for 6-7 grand. Like S-Line, top of the range, high spec.
Yeah.
So that was 10.
Did you say 10?
Yeah.
10 grand?
No, it was definitely less than 10. It could have been 6 or 7.
6 or 7 grand. Because we had this conversation before, because that the blue Audi A4 03LH one that I was talking to you about, or I was saying earlier in the podcast, I bought that in 2013 and it was an 03.
Yes,
03LH.
That's 10.
So 10 years old. I paid 3.5 grand for that.
Yeah. Like,
10-year-old fully kitted car.
Now, I know it's different. So, like, the Jeep I have is, it's a
Jeep.
but it's a fairly top level Jeep,
Yeah,
as
of
Jeeps
course.
go.
Yeah.
You can go out and you can buy the
Base
2
model.
litre, the 2 litre ones, like a 2016 2 litre one, but you're still looking over 10 grand for it, well over 10 grand for
Yeah.
it. And like, that's 2 litre. You probably do get leather seats in them and that kind of shit. But I think it'll be a long time before my Jeep sees below 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll be another 5-10 years before it gets anywhere close to 10 grand to buy it.
It's very fair.
Now, unless the market just completely falls out of cars.
Or unless you put the yoke on her lid tomorrow.
Well, that's a good possibility. I could do it.
Go under 10 grand very
rapidly. You'd see it depreciating.
before the roof even hits the road, it'll be just mid-flip. Just the money's dropping on it.
Yeah.
I'll be handing you 5Gs as we're mid-air. Like, just take it down.
But yeah, I think we'll call it quits there on this week's episode.
Sweet, perfect. Yeah, if you're not following the page already, give us a follow.
Yeah.
If you're not, give us a follow on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And if
Instagram's
you're
the big one at the minute because you're still fucking slacking.
Yeah, Instagram is slacking. And if there is, I think we said it already in the podcast, but we need to say it more because like some weeks the comments are there, some weeks they're not there. But if you're after listening to this, please just drop us a comment. It takes 2 minutes. Drop us a comment. You don't even have to ask us a question. You can ask us a question, or you can give us a topic to cover on next week's episode. But even just drop us a comment with like a smiley face or a thumbs up or something, anything at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like, if we said something tonight, if I said something that's wrong, correct me.
Yeah,
I'm not an
need
expert.
a lot of correcting, and I definitely need more correcting. We're both fucked.
We're not experts, and I like learn about different things.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm wrong about something, let me know.
Yeah,
I do quite enjoy that.
So we're both fucked, right?
Yeah.
Which is a well-known fact. But I tell you what's more fucked is the fact that these cons here are listening to us. You're even more fucked for listening to us. So anyway, thank you all very much for listening.
Oh, and one more thing, right? See, if you stay to the end of this podcast, you're going to get a real special. And you're a real fan if you know what this is. Now, drop us a comment if you get to the end of this, because we'll give you a personal handshake each if you get to the end of this and you know what's coming up.
This is terrible.
Don't tell anybody else, because you don't want everyone just skipping to the end.
He got me to the bollocks. So you got me by the bollocks. So Dan was like, we'll find out now by the end of this episode who's the real fans, because who listens right to the end.
Yeah.
So don't be going, if you listen right to the end and you get to see the little peach that is me MCing on the fucking on the MIC fella. Don't go tell people, oh, did you hear Badger MCing at the end of the podcast? Keep it to yourself.
This is our little secret.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's us for this week.
Ciao for now. See you for the week. Thanks for calling. Chicken ball back with a hit him with a rhythm. I'm the best MC, said I want to get it with him now. Drop them pants, yo, to the flow. I'm the best MC, wanna let you know. I say cruising down the A14 with the boys in the car, we're smoking the green. I said the blue lights were behind me. I wanna take a chance of that drop and E.